Indy Hookup. Welcome to the Indy Hookup interview. This is Heston Cleveland and Ricardo Love. And today, who we have, Hess?
We got my family man, Cameen. Hey, I've been knowing this man for about 5 years now, huh?
Yeah, it's about five.
About five. Man, time fly, family man.
Yeah.
Uh Now I know you're an R&B soul singer, man. Uh Let the listeners know what all you do, man. Multi-talented brother.
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank y'all because, like I said, there's very few there's some that do it out here, but y'all really show us a lot of love on the independent side for real. And I mean, you already know it's always there's some things that people don't even know on the back end that you personally I know for a fact have actually blessed me with. So I want to make sure that you understand how much I appreciate what y'all do for me and for many other artists. You understand? So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
that being said, just moving forward, I'm just a creative. I'm just crazy with it. I love music in general, right? So I just do some acting, I do a bunch of everything. So it's just, but R&B is my base, if you will, right? So, but pushing forward, I love hip hop, and I love rock music, So it just goes down the line. I love jazz. It's just music is, when you as an artist, when you touch a bunch of different zones in terms of music, right? It helps you build. It helps you move out of your own comfort zone sometimes, and it really helps. It's helped me be able to write, if you will, kind of like change things up.
Do you have
Yeah.
any releases in the rock and jazz? Um,
So I don't, but what I'm getting ready to do is I recently met a bunch of jazz players, and so I was doing something at another event in Boston, excuse me, and so we happened to just I happened to be walking by their place after finishing doing what I did. I went in there just to support, right? And they said, well, let's try to do something. So we just kind of been going back and forth, but I have something on the horizon. It's all my background of it is all jazz players, like it's all, and it's real nice. We recorded a few things, but y'all gonna get the first of it all anyways.
okay, well, we're
Hey,
gonna play it on the Indie Hookup, but we got a new show called Jazzy Vibes, which is it's not just typical smooth jazz. I try to have a little bit of edge and a little soul in it, a lot of soul. So
Sure.
when you get that, definitely shoot that over. It'll probably be played on both shows and probably even Love Vibes too. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I definitely appreciate that. Yeah. So it's just that, bunch of being able to build with other artists at certain times. You can't it doesn't always happen, but when the vibe is right, you kinda it and you kind of just go ahead
Mhm.
and get busy
yeah,
with it.
yeah. It's funny. When I met you, I didn't know Ricardo. I didn't know K.E. Durham, the guy that did my mom's video. It's just we had one mutual friend in common, and we was put in a room, and it just boomed from there.
Yeah.
We had an interview on earlier today, and the online, is different, but it's still that type, the people that you kind of vibe to, just like how me and you became friends.
Yeah.
It was on Trend City,
Yeah. That's right.
you
Yeah.
know, kept in touch and kept building and talking and sharing, and um, it's nice to vibe with people like that, man, because one thing we all had in common on Trend City was that we all loved music.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing we had in common right there.
Mhm.
And we just kept going. And um, I remember, I'm not sure. Didn't you show me a clip when you was in a Super Bowl commercial, wasn't you?
Yes, it was it was something for Boston. It was
Yeah,
no, it was a baseball. It was a
baseball.
yeah, it was actually my first commercial, the first commercial I was in. And the interesting part about that, I remember we were discussing it. I said that because I'm a vision board type of guy. I like to have, I said I have vision boards, and I had like 30 things I want to accomplish between 2022 and 25 in terms of music and the acting. So I ended up completing the 30th, kind of event, if you will, with that commercial it was my cousin, my cousin from Boston, my cousin, it's a baseball commercial for a drink. It's a beer drink that's big in Boston. And that was my last thing to finish. And I completed everything. I gave myself a 3-year window because it was a lot, because I want to be on a certain amount of TV shows, and I wanted to meet a certain amount of artists and things of that nature. And I remember I was telling you, I said, the one thing I haven't accomplished, I didn't complete, was the commercial. And 2 days after we were speaking, that's when I booked the commercial for that. And,
Wow.
and then I completed everything. Yeah, I completed everything. Then I did it all in a year and a week. And I gave myself 3 years because I said, it's going to be extensive, because it's a lot of people understand, even with the acting stuff going through. And again, to be keeping honest, I didn't plan to jump into the acting game or be an actor. I do with my company, we do a lot of things. We cater a lot of parties for children's, like theme parties, children who have like of St. Jude, Shriners, or who have had some injuries. So I dress up and I go in there. I'm the clown. I'm a Spider-Man. I'm Superman. Whatever those children need, right? And one of the young kids, he used to say, "Hey, Mr. Kameen, how come I don't see you on TV? And I want to see you on there and doing certain things." And I said, "Well, and I thought after doing their party, I said, let me go see if I can get on Let's Make a Deal, the Wayne Brady show and all that." So they vet you hard to get on there. But I got on there, long story short, I got on there, and then I had the big yellow hair and a big thing on that said Chocolate Thunder and all that stuff, and I was, and I won like $500 for my charity, for the charities, to give it to the charities. And then I believe right from there, one of the people mentioned, they said, you should go audition to be in the Whitney Houston film. And I said, okay. So I showed up, and the first day I was there, it was supposed to be for probably just for security, but it wasn't going to be featured. But when I showed up, the AD said, I like your look, this, that, and the third, and what I had on fit. And he said, I want to make you the featured security guard. And from there, I just started, I said, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. And then I said, I want to be part of, I want to get my SAG card, which they kept saying, oh, it's going to take 3 or 4 years. And I said, all right. So then I tried to, do your due diligence and do the research and check and see what you do. And by the end of the film, I had my SAG card. I believe it was November 15th, 2021. And so within that year, so, it's just the push with everything, so it's a lot. But, when you put yourself, when you decide to submerge yourself and you put those vision boards together, you check them off, check the boxes.
Yeah. One at a time. That's all you can do.
That's it.
That's
I'm
how
listening to your lyrics and Blood in Your Eyes, brother. Did you write those?
I did.
Well, you a deep brother. So
he was mad. He was mad at somebody. He was mad at somebody. I get scared when I hear that song. I'm like, I can see
that needs to be in a movie or something. They always got the revenge scene. You done kidnapped my wife, or you done killed my children. Something.
Right.
So
you can hide.
to give you like a breakdown of that track, the funny thing is, so someone stole something from me, right? If someone was solely dear to me, they stole some money from me. They didn't have to, because I'm a person, if I have it, I'll give it to you. You don't have to steal from me. I've given my last to people, and that's not saying I'm better than anyone, but I really would. So I was in deep thought, I was contemplating how I want to approach them and speak with them. Diplomacy first, right? We don't want to jump out the window. So, and I happen to be sitting, I don't really watch a lot of TV, but I happen to be sitting, I was watching Power. And so I was sitting there, and a scene came up. I kept seeing it. And then the melody just came to me. I was sitting, it was dark. I was irritated. And it just came to me. And I promise you, that's my 3rd fastest song I've ever put together. I wrote that from top to bottom in 17 minutes. Facts.
You was mad.
I was hot like fish grease.
So we know you do write lyrics, and you arrange those lyrics. Do you do the music too?
Some of it I do. So what I do is, what I've recently done is, I kind of tired of, and I'll be honest, I tired of attempting to deal with producers who, you want to build with, right? And
Right.
but then when you send them things, melody creating certain things, some of them you see that they're really beat makers, which isn't bad. That's fine, but it doesn't suit. It didn't suit me, right? So
Right.
what I started doing is because I know the instruments I want, I know what I hear, and I know how the arrangements I want. So I just don't play all the instruments. So I started searching for certain specific people like session singers, and certain producers to play with, and I would just say this is what I need. Boom, boom. I do work for hire / assignment / power of attorney to have everything encompassed in one thing, and it's mine. I don't have to call you to ask if I can set it up for a sync. I don't have to call you if I want to do a placement. It's mine. I put it together. That's what that contract. People say, oh, just work for hire is fine. No, it's not. You need work for hire / assignment / power of attorney. That gives you all the power essentially to do what you want and move where you want to move. So I started doing that, and then I reached out to certain individuals, and I just like on the track Breathe, I've reached out to individuals. This is what I want to do. Are you interested? And then, we speak about the contract, and then I move forward. And once I learned to do that and put it together, it just works better because I'm one of these people. I like to go get it. I like to win, and it's not beating anybody else, but it's just bettering myself each time. But I don't like to wait on people. I believe in being patient, though. However, if you have something, you have to get to it. And if you know that you have the formula right there, you have to enlist the right people. And sometimes other people that don't have the same energy or the same hunger, you're not going to get what you want. And so I had to figure it out.
That's what's up, man. You're giving us a lot of game. We had Stella Soleil earlier on today. She had a lot of game. So a lot of people don't do split sheets. They don't do a lot of the stuff that business. But say that again. You said you do power of attorney. What else?
It's work for hire
Mm-hmm.
/ assignment / power of attorney. That's how you have to set that up so that if you say you did all the lyrics, you put the arrangements, and then you did even the production or even some of it. If I'm sending out to you and you did the production, I'm paying you for a service for my company.
Mm-hmm.
You choose this. You choose.
Fine.
You got your money up front, so
That's right. You
you
choose
taken care of.
Now, if you choose not to do that, then we just won't work together because that's what I and I don't do it. I don't do it to disrespect anyone. I have to be able to have full control because you may not be interested in moving forward to attempt to get a placement or a sync license. I am. I'm looking to move forward, just like Blood in Your Eyes. I have a couple opportunities, and I don't mind. Like, say that's my song. Say you had an opportunity to put it somewhere and get it placed. I'm breaking bread with you all day, every day. We can discuss it, but I'm going to break bread with you because if you have that line, I'm willing to do it. Now, if I have to go through 15 other people who are not hungry like you and I are, then we're going to be waiting and we're going to lose.
Yeah, they're gonna move on. They're not gonna worry. If you
not
don't
gonna
have the control of this song, we got to move on.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I thought, and then the same thing with like I explained to some of the people I was with the other day after performing, they were talking about controlling their music, and I said, well, you don't have your own ISRC codes. You have your own things, but you don't have this. I said, you don't have to have the UPCs because that's easy. Your ISRCs, it's better for you to have under your own company. So I was helping them put it together just to give them a little game, but they were like, no, that's how it works. That's not how it works. And I said, listen, I've been doing it like this for a little while. I know it works because I know I didn't have to, when I want to take my stuff off Spotify, for some of it, I didn't have to chase anybody.
Right. So yeah, so explain to them when they sign up to TuneCore or CD Baby, they assign them one ISRC code, but you can also get your own IRC codes, a bunch of numbers, and then you can assign it. So when you leave those companies or they have a new term of agreement, like a lot of people are going into this, you basically they could use your stems and all this kind of craziness and AI stuff. Yeah. So what you're talking about, can you explain to the people, because we want to educate people, how that's better to do your own than to have another DSP give it to you?
Well, the best way, from what I've learned and from just experience, having your own, you control it. When you're ready to go, you can go. They can't stop you. And you don't have to, and then by having it, you have it set up spreadsheet however you want. And then you look at it. If you want to go to this place over here, or you want to switch, you just go ahead and give them the numbers and you put it in. I set up for a song, like right now, I've been doing some things with symphonic. And just I put a song on this because I want to take some things off of where I was. And some places don't allow you to upload your ISRC code.
Mm.
So you have to find the right place that you can actually, DSP to get in. So I put it in there, but I let people know, then I can move it how I want. And it gives you, again, it gives you some control. It gives you a lot more control, allows you to do what you need to do when you want to, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Hey, this new thing about printing on demand, you looked into that?
Yes.
Vinyl. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, so I've always had my clothing thing because I didn't always want to put my name on clothes, because every man doesn't want to wear a shirt that says Kameen. Let's just be honest. So I'm honest about it. So I would always say, people would say, "Oh, Kameen, how you doing?" I always say like peace and light, just because it's a greeting, morning, or whatever it is when you into. And I say, they're like, "Well, how you doing?" I'm saying, I'm fueled, but casually comfortable. I would just be clowning with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then I just made it part of the brand, fuel, casual comfort, and then I would move units on my own. Like I just grind it still. People like, "Oh, well, I go to the street, go to where people are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I bring USB drives. People are like, oh, I bring 100 USB drives. If I paid 50 cents for them a piece and I sell them for $4 or $3, people still, even if they don't hold on to them, it says my name on them. Someone's going to pick it up and they will look at it. They see your name, they're going to Google you.
You invest in yourself. You got merch. That's what's up.
Yeah. So, and then there's something online where we're pushing through, and I give like a good majority of what we bring in like to a lot of my charities. Like I have a top 7 like charity thing that, I like, because I didn't get into music to necessarily make money. It's great to make money, but music has kind of like it's been that area to be able to release, if you will, talk about things that are on your mind. Talk, you're going through things to be able to express. So when we do pull money in, I like to, and I don't really like to. I've been giving money to St. Jude since I was 12, and so I'm not, and most of the time I try not to. I don't want to put my name on. I've sent things in anonymously and things of that nature, So it's not about any recognition. But they did send me something one time because I had to put my name when I was younger, and they sent me something just recently, like a certificate of appreciation, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice because they said we couldn't find you for all these years, but I wasn't trying to let y'all find me. I want y'all just get the money and y'all, handle and just, and it feels good to be able to, especially to bring in money, doing things and be able to give it to the charities or the stuff with cause I'm like St. Jude's Shrine is cystic fibrosis, autism, like homelessness and mental health awareness. I'm really big in breast and prostate cancer. I'm really big at, we give a little bit to each, and my company's not big, we're small, but, we still, listen, a little bit of something's better than nothing.
Right.
All day long.
So that's kind of the main thing with it all.
Yeah. So let's get into the music, man.
Okay.
I think I got most of your music, and I enjoy all your music, and I'm about to embarrass myself because I think Ricardo gonna know this. Ricardo, what do I call Cameen when I introduce him on the show?
Cameen 23.
No.
What you call him up? I don't.
The sex symbol.
Oh yeah. Especially when we first started playing you, because we've been playing you for over a year now. I'm like, man, I think you got a crush on this brother. I have to check your status.
No, say that, man. You're a nice looking brother, man. Look,
I appreciate it.
When I first met him, he was in a black t-shirt and baseball hat, and I called him 50 Cent. I'm like, oh my God, man, you 50 Cent. And he came, it was that hip hop R&B pull up.
Pull up, yeah. Let's pull up.
Pull up.
That's
I'm
funny.
like, man, that's how I start sharing that. And then when we started the Indy Hookup, I would always go the sex symbol. And Ricardo go, what the you always calling him that for? And then I think I sent a picture of you, and you say,
I said, "Oh, okay, I see."
Yeah, okay, I understand that, right? I'm like, man, come on, man. I'm a straight up heterosexual.
Listen, a real man can always give another man a compliment and be
Right.
comfortable. It's all right. That's how it is. So I appreciate
Comfortable in your sexuality.
it. That's
Right,
right. That's
right.
awesome.
You know,
That's good stuff.
just like a woman walked by and me and the girl, we both looking, damn, man, you know, and you
Yeah,
admire beautiful people. That's
that's what's
all
up.
it is. You
Yeah,
know,
no
that's
doubt.
all it is. But yeah, man, I enjoy all the music, family. Breathe. Man, tell me the story on that one.
Well, Breathe is so the woman that's on there, Rachel, again, the pretty much I reached out to her. She's a session singer, and I explained to her what I wanted to do. I already had the track done, and I wrote it up how I wanted her to rip it and everything. And she kicked it back to me, and she said, "Where are we going with this?" And I said, "Well, it's a call and answer song, as you can see, right?" And so I initially wrote it for I wanted to attempt to get it to Christopher Williams and
Mm,
and what's the sister's name? Oh, I see her. Christopher Williams and Jennifer Hudson.
Mhm.
I wrote it with them in mind
mm-hmm.
because you know they're strong.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I had it for a while and I was waiting and I was waiting. I pressed it through. Contrary to what people always say, you can't just send anything to anybody. You have to have a link to get through to some of those people. It just doesn't, or you have to say something crazy on their page to get their attention. And I'm
Mhm.
just not, I'm not, I don't start things like that. That's not for me. So I said, let me, and he's one of my favorite artists, but I said, well, let me just go ahead and handle. And then something came up and someone was talking about something. And I said, okay, let me finish the song. So then I changed it around. And then I asked Rachel, I said, would you be interested? I enlisted her, paid her the handle. And yeah, Breathe is just pretty much a man sitting in his car. He's tired of hearing his lady tell him, listen, man, can he, hey, can I move around a little without you bother me? And then she
Right.
comes, sometimes you just want to be left alone, want to sit in the
Mhm.
car and just think a little bit,
Mhm.
or sit at the table and she just comes back with, yeah, you can get some time to breathe. Leave my credit card and my keys. That changes the complexity of the game.
It's gonna cost you to have this breath.
You won't be sitting in that car too long because it sounds like it's hers.
Mhm. Right.
So,
Hey, you know, I remember when Steve Harvey had his talk show, and I was trying to get my mom on, and I asked for the administrative office for the Steve Harvey show, and it had the top man and the three under him, and then it had like four middle management.
yeah.
I messaged them
Mm,
because as the lower down you go, the more access they
sure.
had. So I did that, and it worked.
That's
Uh,
okay.
a young lady got back with me, and I explained to her, I'm like, I'm not, ma'am, I just want to share my story.
Mhm.
I'm not a professional at this. This is just the love I have for my mom.
Sure.
Um, can you just take 5 minutes of your time to listen to one of the songs? I'm trying my best to get on the show. I tried to come in through the front door, but it was locked. So
That's right.
I'm coming around on the side. Your window was open, you
That's right.
know, and I talked to her. She was a DJ in Texas on I can't remember, Hot 97 or something like that.
Okay.
And she said she was in transition because this is just when Steve Harvey stopped airing, and she said she had walked away from the station, but she gave me ebony, she gave me all kind of things, just by talking to her,
Sure.
you know, man, because the gatekeepers be at the front, man, they be on a power trip.
Mhm.
I'm trying to go around them.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can see that. It's again. I don't mind doing. doing the homework. I don't mind going to sift through who and what, because I believe in cultivating relationships. You know, if you,
Yeah.
you want to get to a point where you can cultivate a relationship, because then when you're rocking like y'all do, y'all show us all a lot of love. If there's something that's going on and I'm available and I could be out to your area and you need me for something, I'm gonna be on it. That's just the way it's gonna be. It should be. You have to, reciprocity is important. You
Mhm.
understand?
Yeah.
And there's gonna be times when people aren't going, they're gonna protect what they have, especially if they have an artist that maybe they might feel may supersede at some point in time. Well, that's all right. Well, we could all, I'm not competing with that individual, but we can all eat, because I think
Mhm.
like at this way, if you didn't let me in, when I get in, I am bringing the people who've already shown me a lot of love.
Mhm.
I'm, I everybody's different, and
We were talking about that earlier. We're about cooperative marketing, not, and that goes beyond just I post on your page, you post on my page. We give connections and stuff.
sure,
We want you to succeed, because if you succeed, that's a reflection of us and vice versa.
yeah,
So we want to come up together. A rising tide raises all ships, and
that's
that's
right,
what we're about.
sure. That's obvious, anyways. Yeah, for sure.
A
That's
lot of people,
Yeah.
they don't, whether it's subconsciously or conscious, they be like he said, the gatekeepers are holding on to this, and they don't want you. They want you to go through them, and they want to have control. Well, I brought him, man. How you gonna talk to that person when I'm the one to introduce you? What? Hey,
Yeah.
come on now.
It's always about money, because you figure if they want to find this feed, then they want to find this feed, and they want one. Not understanding now, if you get them in now, I believe everything can be a contract,
Mm,
because you could say to me, I have a link with this right here, Kameen, but I want to do X, Y, and Z because I know this is going to blow. I can say
mm,
yay or nay, and I can say, well, okay, let's sit down and let's negotiate.
mm,
Let's make sure we can listen. 4% of a million is better than 0%, right?
right,
So
Oh,
let's build on it. Let's
right.
let's 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 be respectful of each other, our creativity and our connections, because connections are a great percentage of anything. So I'll say, okay, cool, I have this going on. Let me include you. Like, I know with people that I know that I've roped them in with y'all's information, and they'll say, you want me to, because they're playing my music. No, no, I don't want anything from you.
Mm,
They show me love. I
mm,
need y'all to show them love. When something's out there, like it, share it, post it,
mm.
say something.
That's
You
what's
can't
up.
yep.
you can't you
Oh my
can't
God,
push
that
people to
sounds
do
like
you can't push people to do things. But I figured after a while, once they see certain people doing it, we're gonna always do it. So
Mm,
hopefully they channel in, because at some point in time they're gonna want people to do it for them.
mm,
That's how I look
yeah.
at it.
Yep. Yep.
So it's a tough game, but once you understand how certain things go, you have to be also in it for the love.
We know you got the recording game down. We just writing game down. Are you a live artist as well?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm performing tonight.
Oh wow. Do you
Yeah.
perform with tracks? You got a band behind what you do?
No, I tried a band and whew,
It's
man,
too much
You ain't gotta
trouble.
tell me. I would lose money trying to keep a band behind me, bro.
man, and I'm really big on brokering deals. Like, I look to go push into, I had a set up for like corporate events to go
Hmm.
in and perform, and they gave us what we wanted, and these people wouldn't just people don't show up on time.
Mm,
And I'm funny about that. If someone's gonna say one thing, they'll say, "Oh, they say I'm hard and I'm a little tough." Show up on time. Listen, I'd rather be a day early than a minute late.
hmm.
And so
Right.
we end up losing situations because people didn't show up, and I don't have any tolerance for that.
Hmm.
You have to have respect for the people who are trying to put you on and who are putting money in your pocket, and then have respect for yourself and your bandmates, if you will. So I started just going, have my thing set up so I could go in there, have my own thing straight. Even with the DJs, I've been in places where DJs saw me getting off on the, because I'll go in there and give them the acapella first. You know what I mean? I don't give them the acapella. I give them the acapella. I get in there first, and
Right.
I don't play no music. I let them understand what's going on. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I get
Mm-hmm.
wild. I'm not jumping in the crowd, but I may,
Hmm.
whatever I have to do to get you sparked, and then have them just drop my track. And they've messed my songs up sometimes, but it happened once, and after that, I learned how to. I kept myself composed and said, okay, this is what happens sometimes. All right, now this is what you do to combat it. You know, stay composed and stay in the moment. And and still move. But I just use my backing tracks and I go in there and I keep as much as, because there's certain things where you can't do your ad libs and be on, especially certain songs. You can't
Right.
be here and then be there. You just can't do it. So I practice keeping those pieces in place, and then every so often I run into people who are playing, and they'll come in, they'll come in, and if I'm being paid, I make sure I touch them up too. They'll say, no, 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 we want to build what you. That's okay. Listen, I was blessed to eat tonight, so let's make sure you eat as well.
Mhm. That's what's up.
You know,
That's what's,
so that's kind of like the way I like to move with a lot of things.
yeah, yeah. Well, you're definitely a mature artist, man. I wish you the most success. And what's because I think he got a library of stuff. I don't know what's the newest and what's the thing. I know with us, we don't really trip. If you made this song 10 years ago, and it
Yeah,
sound fresh still, it's still fitting the vibe.
yeah.
We don't care. But is there something that you're working on now, or this that you recently released, or what's going on with your?
Well, the track that is really has a lot of traction still from like months ago is called Time, and
Time.
yes, and so I'm that and Tell Me Why and Tell the Truth. I'm booked for like that one single. I don't. I mean, I'm a storyteller, so I really those type of things, like some of them, they're really kind of in the moment for what people are asking for. But I'm really surprised when people say, "Yeah, I want to hear this song," and then they'll have me sing the same song 3 or 4 times throughout the night.
What city are you in?
I'm over in Boston.
Boston. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Is this
Oh,
cold out there, huh?
A Patriots fan.
He ain't saying yes.
Listen, but I'm a Patriots fan, but I'm from New York, so and
Oh,
listen,
oh,
and
okay.
all, my family's from out there too. Well, we have it all over the place, but it's I just like players, honestly. If we're gonna go there, but being in New England, always give New England love. I'm out here, so
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
it's just but yeah. So like I said, that the track Time, and I have a new single. It's gonna be my last single that I do for myself. It's gonna drop, and I'm gonna do it in June or July, and y'all gonna get first dibs on it. It's a mid tempo ode to a let's say to a drink, to the Hennessy drink. So,
Mm.
and I don't drink.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. You was telling me about that.
Yeah, yeah, but we ain't gonna give it out to the masses yet. But y'all gonna get first dibs on it. And I don't drink, smoke, or do any recreational drugs, but it's a ode to that track, to that drink. And that's gonna be my last song that I do for myself. All the
What
rest
you
of them,
mean by that, Willis?
I'm just gonna be
Yeah.
writing. I'm writing music, and I'm gonna let other people sing the songs that I want, because there's certain songs that I want to do that don't my vocal style don't fit on them, and I need the style of someone else. So I've really researched, and I've enlisted 5 or 6, 7 different artists that I'm
Mm.
going to work with and have them sing my songs, and have them put my vision across. Because if I have a track that I believe could go to Chris Brown, stylistically, he may not be able to hear it if I'm singing it. But if I have
Mm.
someone who sounds similar to him singing the song, it'll resonate with him easier. Make
You
sense?
know who
Yeah.
Diane Warren is?
Yeah.
I think I heard the
This is a
name.
white lady. She got R&B hits with Whitney Houston, and she got pop hit because she like what you do. Is she just have people sing her songs, and and once you get that first hit or two, then everybody. So she can't sing to save her life. You at least can sing an idea and they took for the. See,
Right.
but she just wrote lyrics, and she
Okay.
had these. She hired people like you, and now if I named her catalog, it'd be pretty much the whole top 10 Billboard from 20 years ago all the way up to today. So
Wow.
yeah, hopefully you could be the male counterpart of that, brother. You
Yeah.
know.
We work.
Hey,
We work
did
on it.
you ever reach out to Sunshine?
I did. So I have something that I'm working that I put together, and I want to complete it this year, and then maybe bounce it off of her to see what she thought. Because I think if we this track is better than the Breathe track. Like, wait, it's because
Oh, okay.
I heard her style, and
Yeah.
I believe we can really do something nice. So I'm gonna have to put it together and make. I said this track coming up is going to be the last one, but I think that one I'm gonna run it with her. I think I have to come out to wherever she's at to go ahead, and we're gonna have to do something because it's gonna be live. It's gonna be real
Yeah,
hot.
hey man, yeah. Um, I met we met her on from Facebook.
Okay.
I can't think I did a crazy post or something, and she said, "What about me?" And I looked, I'm like, "Well, okay." She said I could sing, so I scrolled through her Facebook, and I'm like, "You can sing." So I
Mhm.
start talking to her, and I got like 3 or 4 of her songs,
Mhm.
and your management team, he heard it. And he was like, "Yeah, man, Cameen was like this." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah." That's when I sent it to you when you had came back.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, she definitely wanted to hook up with you."
Yeah, yeah. I kept in mind because I still have her stuff on there. I didn't want to I didn't want to send anything until I was ready to make sure we were in pocket to be able to actually move forward. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
I don't like
right,
to
right.
keep people waiting or sitting around. So I had put a few things together. Then I wanted to listen to some more, like how if she switched up, because she has a couple different, like I switched styles a little bit. So I wanted to see where she was at. So I took a couple things where I heard her vocally, and I was, sonically trying to put it together. It makes
Mhm.
sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got 2 more females that I want to throw out your way, and Ricardo know one. Nicole Gobert,
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
Back me up, Ricardo.
Powerful, very powerful voice. She needs you to put her in a pocket of where she's going to be because she got so much power.
Okay.
Is she got to learn like hit the melody about the for then show all your flavor. Just sprinkle it,
Okay. I see what you're
But
saying.
she wants to just give it to you all the way.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
working with a producer, she could be she could have a hit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
man,
I mean,
strong.
most of the times it's just being in with certain people and understanding y'all on the same wave and
Mhm.
blending. Sometimes it's different being like I do a lot Zoom with a bunch of the people that I work with, but
Mhm.
I have mine. I send it to them and I say, go ahead, do your thing. And then I'll make suggestions. Because if you just, as long as you give them a perspective, they don't think you're trying to control them.
Right.
Right. So then they're at ease. Now they know, okay, cool. They can get loose. I say, listen, go ahead, drop your things in there. We're gonna pull things back and we'll lighten
Mhm.
up and then we'll see it. And I don't mind letting people go ahead and run. I never
Mhm.
want to be a lead singer. I've always wanted to be in a band with like 1 or 2 people or something like that and just
Mhm.
write and just do everything else. And
Yeah, yeah.
but you have to do your thing, when you can't pull that together because a lot of personalities and different things, sometimes egos and everything, and it gets crowded and it causes problems. But you just
It
continue to
get
keep going.
Yeah, I just wanted to be a guitar player. Then I ended up having to learn how to do it all. I got the MIDI guitar so I could play all the parts. Yeah, I did that out of necessity, not because I wanted to. I wanted to just be a part of a whole. But it's
Right.
hard to keep a band together, man.
Yeah.
If y'all was in high school or something, maybe that's when or your brothers, you got families, cousins.
Even
That
that
kind of
though,
keeps it.
even
But
that's tough though.
yeah.
You can't simply but it's different because you can have brothers, but if they don't have the same work ethic as you, it still
Mm.
is not going to work.
Yeah, you gotta have a Joe Jackson to keep it together. Yeah,
Yes. That's a different thing though.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, so, but yeah,
yeah. Because
that's
he drove that. He drove that car.
mm, yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah.
it's hard, man.
So
So, you say June, huh?
yeah, around June, I'm putting all the promo stuff together for it now, just because since I'm saying it's my last joint, I'm gonna push really, really. I want to push it really good, and just go with it.
Right,
Heston ain't been I've been kind of just dropping a little, but I don't know how I'm gonna make it happen. But this year we're gonna do a Vegas indie hookup showcase because
Oh yeah.
everybody wants a reason to come to Vegas. It's a place where it's a centralized thing. So we'll have a kind of a workshop giving them all the tools and everything, and then it I'm trying to be big words. I forgot my vocabulary thing, but it's gonna, end in performances each night. Maybe it might be one night, might be two nights. So hopefully it could be two or three nights,
Right.
And that'd
and
be
just
nice
coming
to have like
together.
a little
Yeah,
workshop
that'd be
class
cool.
Conference,
and
yeah. But
performance.
we used to have a thing called the Gavin, where it was a professional thing. It happened in San Francisco, and
Okay.
it was workshops and all this stuff. And if you didn't have the money to come, you was a parking lot pimping. You was in the lobby getting contacts and stuff. But we
Sure.
want to really take care of the artists, not have it all that Hollywood stuff. We want to just come in and just do the family thing, and then showcase and
Sure.
take people and help them put the EPK together and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So my
That's
goal is to have that happen this year. So I'm gonna have to get it together real soon because everything logistically takes a minute. We
that's true.
already in February. It's like we just like it was New Year's Eve.
That's right.
That's what's
That sounds really good. I'm definitely I'm interested. I'll be part of it. You know that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
trying to. I work at the casino, so I'm trying on the strip. So I'm already researching to see if they got some serious discount for employees. I'm trying to get with they call it banquets. I don't know the banquet department to see if I can get some of these rooms
Right.
reasonable as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
have some information on that soon.
Yeah. The thing, what like you said, you're in the casino.
Yes,
That's in Vegas. You said correct?
yes.
I'm sure. But what about their? They probably have something with their marketing and their hosting and their. They must have something with that where there's openings where they can actually give you space in there too with that for that. They
The
probably
Vegas thing is real frustrating as a musician because they want all cover tunes. Like you got so many talented musicians here, and we ended up one of them in particular named Larry White that I was co-producing the tour Wolish, and we were working in the studio together. And this brother been on he was on a Solar bass player guitars. He's on so many hits. You can't. We was listening to the old school radio one day. Yeah, I was on that. I was on that. It was just crazy. And he is relegated to playing a bunch of covers at the local casinos and sometime on the strip. Westgate right down the street from me. I'm right off the strip.
okay.
Um, and he wanted me to play with him, but I don't want to play covers every night.
Yeah.
And even my ex-wife, we won all these music awards for our originals in LA when we were doing the LA thing, and now she's here, and she's doing like Sade tributes and stuff like
Okay.
that. And she can do her original. We do her original song sometimes, but she kind of got to sneak
Yeah.
that thing. So if you're gonna do something, you pretty much got to do it a little off the strip, or you're gonna have to control it yourself. If they involve and they're promoters, they're not interested in you. Ain't got no name already,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
You got to
Okay.
bring the whole self-contained thing and do it yourself, and you get what you get,
Okay. I
because
see.
they just want you to entertain the people drinking and stuff,
Yeah.
playing
Yeah.
cover tunes,
Right.
you know.
Right.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
do every so often I'll do some cover joints where I'm at, but I do my own stuff. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's good when you're a new artist. It's good to do like one or two, to get them people because they don't know your song, they don't know who you
Right.
are. And
Right.
if you ain't one of them real extraordinary vocalists or something that just grab their attention, you kind of need to get their attention first. And that's it. A lot of people come in the game by doing a cover, and then
Sure.
that cover gets them recognized to want to hear
Right. They
you
start.
play.
Well, I wrote this one right here. Tell me what y'all think.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so man, hey, Cammy, we not gonna keep you, man. We
No
just,
doubt. I appreciate y'all.
appreciate you coming on, man. I know
Thank you
you a
for
busy
having me.
man. And you on your way out the door now, huh?
Yeah, in about an hour, about to hit
Give
the
us
road.
all your links where they can find you.
Everything's
Yeah.
at Kameen.com. Everything is Kameen.com.
Spell that.
CAMEEN.com.
That's what I thought. That's cool.
And we have some new merch out. It's Kameen.com/shop. Some new stuff. And we have some new music on the site that I put together, wrote, produced, have different singers on there, but I believe you'll enjoy a lot of the songs. I'm going to say a lot of them now are pretty much personal based. So this song on there called My Plan. I have a new song. It's called Break These Chains. I'll probably send it to y'all because it's something that,
Yeah, man. I like the way that one sound right now.
yeah, so it's kind of, and
Well,
so
yeah, when you definitely get, consider us like a pipeline for when you produce these artists that you're talking about and use these songs. Yeah, you already got connection to get it right on radio, man.
yeah,
I'm looking for love songs, like soulful love songs,
okay,
um, preferably on a lower 100 or BP or lower, you
okay,
know.
right,
And then you said you about to get in this jazz thing. I'm definitely interested in that. Like your boy Robert Jasper is really good.
okay,
He took some mainstream R&B people and did some remixes of stuff. It's just
yeah,
you know, so you might remix your own stuff, Blood in Your Eyes with the jazz version. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Well, it's easy with a lot of it because it's all about the if it's rhythmic, and
Hmm.
that's really where it is. So you get those players, man, I get excited just hearing them get busy. So that's yeah, but
Hmm.
I definitely will. I'll have
Yeah.
to
I
yeah.
just got my new guitar, bro, yesterday, so I'm a little
Nice.
inspired. I'm trying to get my studio plugins all hooked up back up, because my
Okay.
main studio computer got it fixed, and now it's down again. So I'm gonna have to make do for what I got here for a while, because it's all about the music anyway. I'm not using a bunch of synths anyway. I'm using classic sounds, and you can get that from the stock instruments. So
Right, right.
yeah, so I'm good. I need to stop thinking I need this and need all the plugins. I just go back to the basics, with that stock stuff and just make it happen.
That's right. As long as you know how to use it, that's really what it comes
Oh
down to.
yeah, definitely know how to do that for
I've
sure.
seen people use things and get something hot with a system and everything. It's only like $250,
Yeah,
$300.
or on the iPhone. I had a brother do a whole album on his iPhone
Yeah.
through
What?
the little mic,
Yep.
the headphone mic. I
The
was like,
headphone. Yeah.
God, man, with a
Yeah.
trumpet.
That
I was like, how you
MP3?
do that?
Yeah. That's how you
Yeah,
do it.
voice to MP3?
That's it. It's all about the effort.
Hmm.
So, but
Yeah,
That's what's up.
again, I do appreciate y'all. Y'all have been super helpful,
We
and
appreciate love you too. That's our new word from Rankin Group. Appreciate love. We respect you.
that's
yeah,
it.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
respect
yeah,
y'all.
All
All
right,
yeah.
right. I'll speak y'all soon.
all right. You take
All
care.
right,
I'm gonna go
man.
ahead
All
and
right.
end the recording.
Okay, take care, man.
All right. I'll see you soon. I'll send.